Whew.
Mr. John Pogachar, how are you?
Good, Mr. Warda. We're gonna do formal.
Yeah, you know, as we were getting ready to do this, I was thinking, the way I always do things is when I do presentations, I plan them, write them out, do PowerPoints, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think we probably both learned, I don't know if you, but from Kyle Cease, to just go out there and do these things, right? Very uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, and it just seems like it flows out of you. It's not like, we just call each other and go, I have a list of things I want to talk to you about. We just start talking and stuff happens and we just start talking. So
I started to cheat by putting things on a Post-it note, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I put the Post-it note to the side, and so I don't know. How about if I get us started?
That's fine. That's great.
I was thinking about love on every billboard.
Yeah.
And for anyone, did you just spill, John?
I did.
Okay.
Thanks for letting everybody else know too. This is what's so good about just going with the flow, because it would be like, did you just dribble out of your mouth? Yeah, I got my cup on my car seat.
Well, when we said go with the flow, I didn't mean like actually go with the flow of the but I was thinking about love on every billboard. For anyone who doesn't know, who's watching this, it's your initiative to actually put the word love on billboards, right?
Yeah, that's how it was. Just gonna let's just see what happens. I'm just gonna put the word love on a billboard and see what happens. And it was just gonna be like a social experiment, and maybe a way to draw me out of this. I don't want anybody to see my ideas. I'm afraid of that. And for a long time, for like a month and a half after I came up with the idea, I kind of hid out and didn't want to do it. I did share it with a couple people, but didn't want to put that idea out because it was like, who are you to put one of your ideas out? And especially what I was thinking in such a grandiose way that you were going to allow everybody to see what you were doing, and then actually talk about it,
And how many billboards are you up to now?
135.
And they are where generally? Like
they're across the United States in 14 different states. They've been up in Canada and every single province that Canada has. They've been to Russia, New Zealand, Austria, Ukraine, Canada, and us. So yeah, I even made up a mock one and put it on the moon. So
how are you gonna get it there?
I think if I if I gain up the courage to call up Mr. Musk and say, hey dude, let's put this on the moon, I don't see why not. He wants to put a Dogecoin on the moon, so why not put a small love billboard on the moon also? So why not?
Do you know his phone number?
I don't know his phone number, but I do know his Twitter account.
Okay, well, maybe on the next one of these, we can talk about whether he responded.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
So I was thinking about those billboards, and I think what really stands out to me about the billboards is that you only have the word love on there. There's nothing about you on those billboards. So that to me is like the perfect representation of like ego and source or higher stuff. You know, there's none of you, but there's everything of you. So like, was it hard for you not to put your name on those things?
No, I thought it was pretty easy because I wanted everybody to be able to use that. I wanted it not to be, love and then have a website to go to. And a lot of people fought me on that. They go, you should have a website to go to. I go, we're like 20, what happened? It happened in 2018. So it's like anybody that wants to find out what it is, they could put love and billboard together and put that in a Google search and they'll find me. They'll find me. They'll find the website. They'll find the news stories that all of a sudden just were coming out as soon as I put that out there. So they'll find me. It doesn't have to be cluttered with any URL or any website or anything. And it's for everybody to use that word love. It's just for, if it causes you to think about loving your family more or loving the people at work that you work with or just yourself, which really, I think really love needs to start with is just ourselves. But yeah, there wasn't any conflict in that. There was for everybody else, but there wasn't for me, which was interesting. It's like everybody else is going, no, don't do this, but I think they're all caught up in the idea of marketing. It has to be marketed a certain way. And how else are you going to find out about who you are? Yeah.
Did that decision though also, this just kind of occurred to me just now. Did any of that decision come out of fear? Because you were saying you didn't want to put your own stuff out there. So if you didn't have your name on it, it wasn't your stuff.
Whoops, sorry. I've lost you. I don't think so. That idea hasn't occurred to me.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going to be front and center with it because we, put that up with the idea of getting some news about it, because we also sent out some press releases.
And you were on was it ABC or where were you? You were on a major.
Well, the story ended up being on the Today Show.
Oh, okay.
So after we had put up our billboards in Los Angeles, the Today Show picked us up. It must have been a big enough market for somebody to somebody go, whoa, what's going on? And so on Valentine's Day, I think it's on Valentine's Day, that story was put up there.
All right,
2019.
Let me use this opportunity to apologize to NBC. It was not ABC, it was on NBC, but ABC, you have a good chance. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
we welcome you.
The other question was, I was thinking, do you ever think about what people think or feel when they drive past those billboards?
Yeah, for a long time, I wanted to just put a cone out in the middle of the road and stop people as they drove by and take down notes. What do you guys think? Stop. What are you even looking up? So, but then letting go of that expectation of what's it going to mean for somebody? How is it going to affect your day? We did do some video around that where we went and talked to shop owners and store owners and said, have you seen this billboard? And they came out and saw it and they go, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And so we did have some interview with them around what does that mean to you and how does it affect you? And so it was really cool because the area that it was put was an area where there was a lot of men. It was like mechanics and shop owners, that were men. And so it was neat for them to come out and they go, whoa, my gosh, we really need something like that. And when you were talking, not all the time will men get together and they want to have a beer or something, but they don't want to talk about love. But these guys were just like, whoa, so heart-centered. And maybe it was that we just caught them all by themselves. I don't know where there wasn't a lot of guys around, but it was just so heart-centered and so oh my gosh, I was looking for something like that. And here it shows up for me. So it was cool.
Maybe we can put the link to that video in when we post this video. We can put it in
Sure.
the description. Because you know what occurred to me this morning as I was thinking about Love on Every Billboard was that love on that billboard is an extension of the love in you.
Yeah.
That is up there because you wanted to share that love with others. There's other people who are probably not in a very good place. You could have billboards with the word hate on them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Right?
Yep.
So it's like everything that's out in the world is simply an extension of what's inside.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that just occurred to me, and I don't know. There's something about those billboards. I was thinking about myself. I've never driven past one. I know about them, but if I just happen
Uh-huh.
to, if I happen to drive past one, how that would feel. I think it would lift me up. It would inspire me. I'd wonder, wait a minute, I don't see a website on there. That's so cool because it means that whoever did it isn't worried about getting something out of it. They're just doing it up. And personally myself, I do a lot of things in my own work where I really want to get something out of it. I want an outcome. And so that's very inspiring to me. You know,
Yeah.
how do you let go of expectations, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I'm asking you, how do you let go of expectations, John?
Oh, it's a question. Well, it's a process, and it's something I'm still working on because, well, as you and I both know, you write music, and there's this, I want this to be seen by people. And and I have a coaching business that I would love to have people come to. But the best you can do is put your ideas out into the world, like Love on Every Billboard, like your music, like my coaching business, and then go, there it is for you guys. If you want to use it, great. And if you don't, then that's fine too. If it doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. We release this expectation. And I just heard something so beautiful the other day about it. It's like the little boy that walks down the street, and he's just so enamored with the little girl down the road. And he walks up to her and he goes, you know what? I really like you. Well, he is hoping that she's going to say that to him too. I like you too. But if she doesn't, then he's crushed. She might just say, hey, I don't feel the same way, and get off my porch. Oh, and so, but if you attach an expectation to what you say, that's a false belief. Everybody's got to like me for what I just said. I like you, so you got to say this, and maybe we learned that from when we were little kids, with your mom and dad say, I love you, and you always say, I love you back. Then you go out into the real world and somebody doesn't say, hey, I love you back. They just say, nope, that's okay. And so, we have the truth is what we're saying from our hearts. We're the truth, this is all about love. Somebody else down the road might say, no, it's not. And, I don't care what sign you put up. So you just have to let go of the expectation that everybody's going to love what you do, and that's probably why we have so many, different things in the world. It's like, not everybody wants to go to McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's, but not everyone wants to go to this food place or to this restaurant or to this grocery store. There's a plethora of places to go to so that you can do whatever you want. Not everybody's going to like, the ideas you put out. That's all right. There are other people that are going to love it. And those people are going to resonate with you. Those people are going to be your tribe. Those people are going to follow you all over the world to hear you sing, hear you speak, to hear you talk about things, to even jump in and go, I want to put up a love billboard too in my city, because I just love what you just did. And I want to bring it to Toronto or Chicago. So,
And,
yeah.
And with Love on Every Billboard, you don't put them all up yourself. Other people get inspired. They work with you, and you work with the billboard company, and they're able to raise funds to help get those billboards put up all around the world, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. Because I have nowhere the financial means right now to make that happen all over the world. And so I'm working with a young lady in Toronto last night, and she goes, I love this idea, and I've got a great idea for to raise some money for a GoFundMe and some other things that she was going to do. And so yeah, so I kind of guide them. I kind of, like you said, jump in with the billboard company and hopefully negotiate a good price so that, you know, it doesn't cost us too much money to put one up, but it's fun. And it's fun to kind of coach them around this idea of like, wow, this is a huge idea for me too, even though it didn't even come from my brain, but this is a huge thing for me to tell my friends about, to tell my family about, you know, that I'm just going to put love on a billboard. I saw this guy did it, and this, who knows what it's going to do for our community. Yeah, and let go of that, all that idea of expectation about it.
So I mean, you really are helping to spread love, right? I mean, yeah. Like ripples.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is really interesting because I've 5 or 6 years ago when Trump and Hillary were getting ready for their, you know, run for presidency. But there was so much stuff on Facebook about, you know, really divided the country, you know, Hillary and Trump, and really divided the country and divided Facebook, and there was fake news and this and that. And it's like, and I just yelled out in my living room, it's like, where is all the love in the world? So that was a couple years before Love on Every Billboard, but little did I know that the love had to start within myself. This is where the love is, and I had to put it out myself. I think that goes with everybody. You got to find love here and then just let it radiate out of you.
Well said. Well said. I just did one of my coincidental conversations with Lou Redman. He is a meditation teacher, speaker, etc. I found him on Insight Timer, and he does a meditation about my favorite prayer, which is the prayer of St. Francis, which the opening line of that is, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. You know, and no matter what religion you are, that prayer has just always struck me in that line, you know, because which sounds just like what you just said, you know, Lord, you know, or just whoever, higher being, whatever, make me an instrument of your peace. Yeah. So the thing is, when that little girl says, get off my porch, right? And that feeling you have, if you put out something about your coaching business, or I put out my songs and nobody responds, it hurts. You know, I get hurt, I get angry, I get frustrated, I don't know what to do. What do you do in that point? You know, what do you do with all that? Because that's a hard place.
I think you love yourself a lot. Stand back and just love yourself, and stand back, go, why does it hurt so much? And it's because we've attached an expectation that everybody's supposed to like our stuff. Everybody's supposed to like it. And when it doesn't, we're putting our truth out there, but then we're attaching it to a false belief that somebody has to like it. And I recently had this good friend that I had in my mind concocted this whole idea about, you know, what life could be like. And it was like, I had an expectation, and when that's not filled, it just came crashing down, because the ego attaches that expectation to go, this is how I want the world to be. Not letting God go, this is how the world could be. And it could be so much more expansive than we would ever know to be. But we have attached this expectation I know best, my ego best, the pattern knows best. And when I say pattern, I also mean the ego. So this pattern knows best, the ego knows best, better than God. And we attach it to an expectation. And if it doesn't go right, then we are just blown apart.
Well, the thing is, it's like, I don't just want it to do, I don't just want people to respond and buy my songs and all that stuff. I need them to. It's like there's a hole there that needs to be filled, right?
Yeah.
And if it's not filled, it's basically saying, yeah, see, you were right. You're not enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is a great time. Anytime I think you have stuff like that, it's a great time to go inside and meditate. Anytime you get a message from inside, or a message that's saying you're not enough, the voice that shows up, you're not enough, you're not loved, you'll never be anything, it's pointing you, go inside and meditate. And when in meditating, it quiets that voice. It quiets the voice of you're not good enough. It quiets the voice of not worthy enough, of all these negative things. It quiets that. And then it allows you to wake up out of that, to come out of your meditation and go, okay, now how do I feel? And if it's still, that noise is still there, then I would sit back down for another half hour and just meditate and just quiet yourself. And it's a process, and it can take some time, but it is well worth it, and it's well worth. I know you feel that way, and I know I feel that way about meditation, how important it is. And when we don't do it, when we think, or we don't have time for that today, whether we book a bunch of appointments or something, it's like, the meditation needs to come first.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michael Beckwith, who is a pastor at Agape in Los Angeles, a beautiful church down there, he talks about, don't shove your meditation into your day, but build your day around your meditation.
Mm-hmm. It's funny when I don't meditate, because I've been meditating now for like 8-9 years. When I don't in the morning, my whole day is different.
Yeah.
I can feel more anxiety. I'm not centered. And I think people get hung up on a couple things. I think people get hung up on, am I doing it the right way? And I just love that saying of, there is no wrong way to meditate. You can learn all different ways, timed meditation, guided meditation. And it doesn't have to be candles and chanting and all that. It's you can meditate while you're washing the dishes. So, but the other thing I hear a lot, and I'm guessing you do too, is people who say, I just can't do it. I sit down, I can't, my mind is racing, and it's almost like they're afraid of it or something. Do you hear that too?
I do. I hear that. And automatically, when somebody says, I can't do that, I mean, their soul isn't talking, because their soul would say, yeah, I can do this. I can do anything, because I have the power of God inside me. Mm-hmm. For them to say, I can't do that, my head is too noisy, that's their pattern or their ego talking to you. It says, I can't do that. I just can't do that. I don't know what to do. And so it's like, take 2 minutes, just sit down on the couch. Mm-hmm. We're going to do this slowly and easy, so that your pattern, your ego, knows you're going to be okay.
Why do you think they're so scared? What scares them about it?
I don't think it's them. Once again, it's not them, but it's their ego that's scared. And it's afraid, if I do something that it's not normal to me, then I'm going to die. Then something's going to die. This power that I have over this person is going to die. And so I'm going to do everything I can in my power to keep them from doing something different in their lives. And that could go with, starting a new way to eat, from fasting. That could go with exercise programs. That could be with just making a new friend every day, whether it be online or talking to somebody new in your neighborhood. It can be a plethora of things, and it can keep you so off balance and so um, in a small box that you never, excuse me, that you never go out and really give all your gifts, or give a larger part of your gifts that you can give.
Well said. That's powerful. So I've been doing all the talk. I mean, you've been doing all the talking, but I've been asking all the questions. Is there anything you want to talk about? And we'll do more of these because I love this. This is really cool.
James, tell me about your next song you've written.
Oh, geez. I didn't, just to everybody out there, that was not a setup. I get very uncomfortable with promoting myself, very uncomfortable.
Okay.
But if you want to know,
I want to know how come.
How come I get
you, my friend, have a way with words. You, my friend, play guitar beautifully. You, my friend, can jump on a stage and just play, and your brow is furrowed. And so, and just play, and you just have a great time. And if nobody says their claps or anything, you make fun of that. You are great on stage. And so there's a little bit of like, I can do this, but there's also a little bit back. You're constantly, it's like you're reeling yourself in and not wanting to put yourself out there. But you, my friend, are very good. And I think it would just be this constant every day waking up and singing. I wanted to ask you one time, have you ever gone to Chicago, like in a mall, open up your guitar case and just start playing and see if people would walk by and put money in your guitar case? Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. I challenge you to do something like that.
Well, and you just asked me why I have trouble doing it, promoting myself.
Okay. So many questions.
No, there's two reasons.
Okay.
I think one is putting myself out there, like you said about the billboards, and but I don't typically have problems putting myself out there. I mean, not typically, but I think it's also, I don't want to come across as like a used car salesman, or have people see me as just caring about promoting myself. And but I'm also very concerned. I don't want to be seen that way, so I don't know. There's something in there.
But putting your gift out there of music, of song, I'm confused on how you think that there's some negative to that.
Well, it becomes negative when I ask people to pay for something, in my mind.
Okay.
It's like, if I just put my song out there, hey, great. But it becomes negative when I start to worry about how many likes did I get on it? How many comments? How much recognition? Did somebody download it? Because then if I don't get those things, then I feel hurt or upset. So it's just all kind of tight. I feel like we're doing therapy here, but but you know what I mean? I don't, and I think others feel, I've heard others feel that way too.
Yeah, it's the expectation.
But like, I'll give you an example. So Kyle Cease, who we've both followed his work, and
Sure.
He seems to be okay and fine with, like, he'll share his messages, his really sincere messages, and then he'll talk about, oh, come to our event or join this community. And those things cost money. So I've always wanted to ask him, how does that feel for you? Do you feel embarrassed about doing that? But he doesn't seem to be. So that's what's there.
No, and I think any entertainer or any person that wants to be an entertainer or anybody that wants to sell their stuff has to go. We all have a choice. Everybody has a choice here. I put myself out there. I do this. And if people like it, they like it. And I can invite them to come to one of my things. no bad feelings if you don't come. Great if you do, if you want to sit in and listen to what I have to say. I'm sure the Beatles didn't go, God, we're gonna put our stuff out there, and we're gonna, tickets are this much money, and people just came. They go, we love you guys, we want to come, and here's some money for you guys to perform.
Well, did I tell you I'm doing a rewrite of a Beatles song? It's
nice.
No. This is a joke. So don't. Yeah, but I was going to write a song called "She Loves You," but it's important that you love yourself first. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think we have to let go of that expectation that anybody's gonna come first, and then all of a sudden, and with letting go of that expectation, it's like, here's how much I want for a gig, whether it's $500. I don't know what they would charge, what you would charge in or what that going thing is in, like in a bar in Chicago or at a place, but you just kind of go out there and go, $500, I'll show up, and I'll sing for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And if people like it, great. And if they go, nope, that's too much, then you go, okay, well, that's what I'm charging, and I'm going to be down the road. And as the crowd builds out that other bar, that bar manager is going to go, the first one's going to go, what the hell? And who's down there? Well, James Warda is down there singing his guts out, It's like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to call him up. And he's going to say, hey, James, $500, and I'll get you. And then you're going to say, for $600, I'll come back down and sing for you. He goes, $600. He goes, yeah, my prices just went up, So, and be okay with it. Some people are going to go, yeah, and other people are going to go, no. And it's just going to be you being okay with who you are. You having this belief, you having this confidence, you having this love for yourself. And then there are times that, we give away stuff all the time. It's like, when are we going to start trying? When are we going to find value in what we're doing? People, find value when they have to pay for something. It's crazy. But usually when you give off things for free, they just go, oh, great, free advice. I don't care about that. But if they have to pay $1,000 for a session, from some therapist or a coach, then it's like, whoa, I'm going to take everything that they have. There's so many gold nuggets there, and they start listening more. And when they have to pay to come in and see you because you booked a theater, you're going to play. It's like, wow, we're going to go see James Warda. It's amazing.
You're a powerful man, Mr. Pogachar. Well, I first met you through because I saw a video of you with Kyle, and I knew you were a coach. And when we talked for the first time, I said, this is something special because it comes from a place of caring. And I think that's what you're saying right there is, if it comes from a place of real caring and compassion and love and sincerity, you need to share that with the world. And
yeah, that's a gift.
Yeah, whoever wants it will come. Whoever doesn't, even those who don't, maybe it will affect them in some way. You just don't know, and you can't worry about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think just this, so for anyone who's watching this came from this whole thing we're doing here. We just decided to try it just for fun. We'd been having great conversations, and it's like, well, what if we recorded one of these and did something with them? So we're going to do at least 5, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
This has been awesome. I mean, I've enjoyed this.
Cool.
You asked me about my newest song.
Yeah.
And so I will put a link to it when we publish this. I'll put a link to it underneath the information.
Sure.
What the song is about, it's called Do You Remember? And it came from being in the pandemic we were all inside more. And like I was inside, I picked up my guitar and started playing again and started writing again. And this song started to come out of being, we're in our homes trapped, but going back and looking at my childhood and realizing that at some point when I was young, I forgot my voice, it got frozen.
Mhm.
And I think that happens for many of us. So it's about going back. It's going back to that moment when your child's voice was frozen and actually being there for your child to hold them, love them, let them know it's okay to cry and that you're not going anywhere and you'll be there forever.
Mhm.
And something about that, doing that, all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if you, in The Little Mermaid, the Disney movie, like, I know it's a bizarre analogy, but her voice is stolen and then she gets it back through like this act of love. And it's like when you start hearing your own voice coming out again, it's just, and that's why we're here, right? To use our voices.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. To give voice back to that little boy or girl that was silent somehow.
Well, this was awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks.
all right.
I love it. Anyway, I had a great time. And it just goes to prove, I mean, the first thing we talked about was this list of things that we were supposed to talk about. And it's like, who needs a list when you can just call up, somebody and say, let's just talk.
I've never done this before. Not had a plan and just got on a call, and so it's awesome.
You did a great job.
Oh, so do you.
Thank you.
That's what we'll
Thank
do.
you so much.
We'll just do a series of these videos where we talk about ourselves and how great we are. But seriously,
And hopefully I don't spill any more coffee down my shirt. So for anybody who was here for the whole show, you'll know that I did spill coffee on myself.
And John,
James pointed out to everybody.
You are located. I'm near Chicago. You're near.
I'm in Northern California, close to Oakland and San Francisco right now.
Okay, so, but you travel a lot. You travel around a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So yeah, I've got my car with everything inside of it, and so. But right now, I've been here for 3 months. I pulled off to the side of the road and decided I need to make some money. So that's what I've been doing.
Awesome.
So,
well, we'll be talking again. All right.
Sounds good, my friend. Thanks. Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, James.